Hey friends, welcome to the Time for Living podcast, your ultimate guide to finding the time you need to crush your business dreams while still having time to live your one beautiful life. I'm your host, Lucy Clark, a devoted boy mum, dedicated business owner and time-finding expert. Say goodbye to the I'm too busy mindset that's holding you back from growing your online business. No more feeling overwhelmed or stuck in the same place year after year. Each week, we'll dive deep into strategies for being intentional with your precious time so you can hit those business goals while still making time for yourself and your family. If you're ready to create more time, get practical tips and prioritize the steps that will make the biggest impact on your business and life, then you're in the right spot. Pop in your earbuds, steal a quiet moment, and let's find time together. You have your process goal. Maybe you wrote, I am reaching out to 5 potential clients every week, and you feel good about it. It's clear, it's something you control. You're ready. But it's Tuesday morning, you just got back from school drop-off, you have 15 minutes before your first meeting, you sit down at your laptop and think, okay, reach out to 5 clients. But who? What do I say? Where do I even find them? Do I need their email? LinkedIn? Should I message or email? What's my pitch? And suddenly that clear goal feels completely overwhelming. Your 15 minutes tick by while you're just staring at a blank screen, trying to figure out where to start. So you close your laptop and say, I'll figure this out later. Later never comes, and by Friday, you've reached out to 0 people. This is where most of us freeze. We have the goal, we're not lazy, we're not unmotivated, we just don't know where to start. And without a clear first step, we do nothing. But here's the truth. You don't need more motivation. You need a system. Systems win every time. Today, I'm going to show you how to break any process goal, no matter how big it feels, into pieces so small you can't not start. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what to do tomorrow morning, not someday, not when you figure it all out, but tomorrow. And here's a quick reminder of where we are in this journey. Episode 57, you found your North Star feeling, the thing you want to feel 1 year from now. Episode 58, you turned that feeling into process goals, not outcomes you're hoping for, actions you actually control. Today, episode 59, we're breaking those process goals down into a system. Quarterly focus, monthly actions, weekly steps, and what you do for 15 minutes tomorrow morning. This is week 3 of my 5-episode system for ambitious moms. And next week, episode 60, you're making those actions automatic through habits, so you don't have to think about it anymore, you just do it. But today we're going to get so specific that you have 0 excuses. You'll know exactly where to start. Let me tell you what happened to me last year. I set a process goal. I am creating 3 pieces of content every week for Instagram. Clear, specific, something I completely controlled. I felt great about it. Monday morning, week 1, I sat down to create my first post. And I realized I didn't know what to post about. I didn't have a content bank. I didn't have templates. I didn't even have a consistent posting time. So I spent my entire 15 minutes just staring at Instagram, scrolling through other people's posts, trying to get inspired. I finally threw something together. It took an hour and it wasn't great. Tuesday, I told myself I'd do better, but again, I had no system. What should I post? What format? What should it look like? By week 2, I'd only posted once. By week 3, I'd given up entirely. Not because the goal was bad, but because I was trying to do the goal before I built the system to make it possible. And that's the mistake most of us make. We set a clear process goal, reach out to clients, create content, whatever it is, and we think we can just start doing it immediately. But we can't, because we don't have the infrastructure. Think about it. Your process goal is reach out to 5 clients every week. But do you have a list of potential clients, their contact information, a message template or approach, a system to track who you've contacted and when, and time blocked in your calendar to actually do this? No? Then you can't just start reaching out. You'll spend your 15 minutes scrambling to figure out who to contact, looking up email addresses, staring at a blank message, trying to figure out what to say. And that's exhausting. That's why you give up. Here's what nobody tells you. You can't just start doing your process goal. You have to build the system that makes it possible first. It's like trying to bake a cake when you don't have the ingredients, a recipe, or even a pan. You can't just start baking. You need to set up your kitchen first. And that's what we're doing today, building your kitchen so that baking becomes easy. Here's a framework that can change everything. 6 simple steps. Because most people try to do their process goals starting January 1st. They jump straight into action. They don't have a system, so it's chaotic, exhausting, unsustainable, and they quit by February. These 6 steps flip that. You'll spend your first 12 weeks building the infrastructure. Then the action becomes automatic. Let me walk you through it step by step. Step 1, name your process goal. This is what you created in episode 58, your action-focused goal. Example, I'm reaching out to 5 potential clients every week. Step 2, ask yourself the magic question. This is the question that unlocks everything. What needs to be in place for me to do this action consistently every single week without thinking about it? Not, how do I do this? That comes later. First, what infrastructure do I need? For client outreach, you'll need a list of 50 plus potential clients so you're not scrambling to find people, their contact information organized somewhere, a message template or outreach approach so you're not reinventing the wheel every time, a tracking system so you know who you've contacted and when, time blocked in your calendar so you actually do it, and maybe even a follow-up sequence. What if they don't respond? You can't reach out to 5 people every week if you don't have those things. It's impossible to sustain. Step 3, make the first quarter about building the system, not doing the work. This is the mindset shift that makes everything easier. Your focus, January through March, should be set up my client outreach system. You're not reaching out to clients yet. You're building the machine that will make outreach automatic. And here's what's beautiful. Once the system is built, the work becomes easy. You're not making decisions every week. You're just following the system. And I know I can hear some of you thinking, 12 weeks? I want to do this today. Well, you can, but please make it sustainable. Step 4, break it into monthly building blocks. What do you build each month, one piece at a time? January, create my list of 50 plus potential clients. February, write and test my outreach templates. March, launch your consistent weekly outreach, 5 people per week. See how this feels. Each month has one focus. You're not doing everything at once. By the end of the quarter, you'll have a complete system, and reaching out to 5 people every week becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. Step 5, break January into weekly actions. Let's zoom in on January. What do you do each week to create that list of 50 plus clients? Week 1, define my ideal client and where to find them. Who they are, what do they need, where do they hang out? Week 2, research and compile 25 names from the first platform. Week 3, research and compile 25 more names from other platforms. Week 4, organize lists, gather contact info, and verify that it's accurate. 4 weeks, 1 task per week, totally doable. Step 6, break week 1 into daily 15-minute actions. Now we're at the smallest level. What's your 15-minute action each day this week? Monday, define my ideal client, 15 minutes. Who are they specifically? What problem do they have that I solve? What's their situation? Working mom, entrepreneur, executive. Tuesday, list where these people hang out, 15 minutes. LinkedIn groups, Facebook communities, Instagram hashtags, industry events, referrals from current clients. Wednesday, explore one platform in depth, 15 minutes. Join a LinkedIn group. Start identifying potential clients. See how people communicate there. Thursday, explore another platform, 15 minutes. Check out a Facebook group. Identify more potential clients. Notice what content they engage with. Friday, start your actual list, 15 minutes. Create a simple spreadsheet. List 5 to 10 names you found this week. Note where you found them. That's it. You went from reach out to 5 clients every week to spend 15 minutes on Monday defining my ideal client. That's not overwhelming. That's completely doable. And that's the power of these simple 6 steps. You break it down so small that starting is effortless. And I know some of you are thinking, that seems a long time to spend on something. Well, it depends how much time you have. So I'm going to leave it up to you to make the decisions for your life. Moving on, let me show you how this works for different types of process goals, because I know not everyone is focused on client outreach. I'm moving my body for 20 minutes every day. You can't just start this January 1st if you don't have a system. What needs to be in place? A type of movement you actually enjoy, not something you think you should do. A specific time that works with your schedule. A backup plan for days when your first choice doesn't work. Any equipment or space you need? Workout clothes that are easy to access. First quarter. Establish my daily movement routine. Monthly breakdown. January. Test different types of movement to find what I actually like. February. Set up my movement space, schedule, and backup options. March. Move consistently for 20 minutes every day. Week 1 of January. Testing movement options. Monday, try a 20-minute walk outside or treadmill. Tuesday, try a 20-minute yoga video. YouTube has tons of free ones. Wednesday, try a 20-minute home workout, bodyweight exercises, dance, whatever. Thursday, pick your favorite from Monday through Wednesday and do it again. Friday, decide which type of movement you'll commit to and schedule it in your calendar for next week. By the end of January, you'll know what type of movement you'll do. You're not guessing. You've tested options. February, you set up your space. Maybe that means clearing a corner of your bedroom for yoga or getting a good pair of walking shoes or creating a playlist that motivates you. By March, you have a complete system and moving your body becomes automatic because you're not making decisions, you're following the system you built. See the pattern? Build the system first, then the work becomes easy. You're not white-knuckling your way through every week. You're following a system you built specifically for your life. Now let me tell you why I structure this in 12-week cycles instead of thinking about the whole year. The traditional approach is set a goal in January, check it in December, hope it worked out. Problem with that, by March, life has changed. Maybe you got a new client that takes more time. Maybe your kids started a new activity. Maybe your work got busier. But you're still trying to follow the plan you made in January, and it doesn't fit your life anymore. By June, you're completely off track. You tell yourself you'll get back to it, you don't. By December, you've given up and you feel like a failure. But the problem isn't you. The problem is you're trying to follow a rigid annual plan in a life that's constantly changing. Brian Moran's 12-week year approach treats every quarter like a complete year. You set 1 to 3 process goals for 12 weeks. You focus intensely on building those systems. At the end of 12 weeks, you reflect, celebrate, and reset. This is perfect for mums building businesses because, 1, life changes fast. What made sense in January might not fit in July. Your kid's summer schedule changes everything. The holidays hit and your capacity shifts. A big work project comes up. With 12-week cycles, you adapt every quarter instead of being locked into an annual plan that doesn't fit your life anymore. You maintain urgency without burnout. When you have 12 months, you think, I have plenty of time, so you procrastinate. When you have 12 weeks, you think, this is happening now, so take action. But 12 weeks is also short enough that you don't burn out. You're sprinting for 3 months, then you rest and reset. You're going to see progress faster as well. 12 weeks is long enough to build real systems and see results, but short enough that you stay motivated the whole time. Annual goals feel endless. You work and work and work and don't see progress for months. That's demoralizing. But 12 weeks, you can see the finish line. You stay motivated. Another reason this works for mums building businesses is you can pivot without guilt. Let's say you set your client outreach system in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, you realize that outreach isn't working as well as you thought. You want to try a different approach. With annual goals, you feel like you failed. You should stick with it for the whole year. With 12-week cycles, you just adjust. Okay, quarter 1 was about building outreach. Quarter 2 is about optimizing it or trying something new. You're not locked in. You're responding to what actually works in your life. Here's what 12-week cycles look like in practice. Quarter 1, build your client outreach system. By the end of quarter 1, you're reaching out to 5 people per week automatically. Quarter 2, optimize your outreach and focus on conversion. Now that outreach is automatic, focus on closing sales or building relationships. Quarter 3, build a different system entirely or double down. Maybe quarter 3 is about serving the clients you've landed, or maybe it's about building your content marketing system. Quarter 4, prepare for the next year. Reflect, rest. Quarter 4 is often slower anyway. Holidays, end of year stuff, the perfect time to reflect and plan for your next year. Every 12 weeks, you check in. Is this process goal still serving me? Do I need to adjust my actions? What's my focus for the next quarter? You're never more than 12 weeks from a reset. That's incredibly powerful. And it means you're always working on what actually matters right now, not what mattered 6 months ago. Okay, I need to tell you about the shortcut that saves ambitious moms hours of planning time. You can use AI to break down your entire process goal in about 30 seconds. I'm serious, 30 seconds. And here's how. Go to ChatGPT, Claude, or Perplexity, copy this prompt. I have this process goal, and then insert your goal there. I have 15 minutes per day to work on it. Break this down into 1, what I need to build first, the infrastructure. 2, my Q1 focus, January through March. 3, monthly actions for each month. 4, daily 15-minute tasks for the first month. What you'll get back in 30 seconds, a complete breakdown. Boom, done. In 30 seconds, you have an entire system. You'll get tasks you didn't even think of, a realistic timeline, daily actions you can start immediately. But the critical thing here is to filter everything through your values and reality. AI is amazing, but it doesn't know your life. It will give you a long list of tasks. Your job is to go through that list and ask, does this align with my core values and my why? Is this realistic for my life? For a mom building a business in 15-minute pockets, does this feel doable or does it feel overwhelming? Is this actually necessary or is it just a nice to have? Delete anything that doesn't fit. Adjust anything that feels too ambitious. AI is the assistant. You're the CEO. You make the final decisions. You can use tools to organize your breakdown. Once you have your AI-generated breakdown, organize it somewhere. Project management systems, Trello or Asana. If you like visual task boards, you can move from to-do to doing to done. Google Calendar, if you like time blocking, block your 15-minute daily actions. Notion, if you want everything in one place. Or a simple spreadsheet, if you like keeping it basic, 1 sheet per month. Pick whatever works for your brain. The tool doesn't matter. What matters is that you can see your daily actions clearly and check them off as you go. The point isn't the tool. The point is having a system you'll actually use. So you know I'm going to give you homework because you know I do like action. But before we get to your homework, I need to give you some serious permission because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what if I plan wrong? What if I build the wrong system? What if I waste my first quarter on something that doesn't work? Let me tell you something. You don't need perfect planning. You don't need to have every single step figured out before you start. You don't need to know exactly how everything will work. Done is better than perfect. Messy actions beat perfect planning every single time. Here's what you don't need to do. Map out the entire year in perfect detail before you begin. Figure out every possible obstacle ahead of time. Have the perfect system designed. Know exactly how long each step will take. Or do it the way someone else does. Here's what you do need. The next step, just 1. 15 minutes, that's it. Permission to adjust as you go. Plans change, that's okay. Your why, so you remember when it gets hard. The truth is, you'll learn as you go. You'll start building your client outreach system in January and realize, oh, I don't actually need 50 clients on my list. 25 is plenty. Great, you can adjust. You'll test different types of content in February and find out, actually video is way easier for me than written posts. Perfect, change your approach. You'll launch your first week of consistent outreach in March and discover 5 people a week is too much, 3 is more realistic. Okay, lower your target. The plan is a starting point, not a contract. You're allowed to be flexible, you're allowed to pivot, you're allowed to say, that didn't work the way I thought it would, let me try something else. The only way to fail is to not start at all. So start messy, start imperfect, start without knowing exactly how it's all going to work out, and adjust along the way. That's how you actually build something. That's how you make progress. All right, homework time. And you're doing this today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Set a timer for 15 minutes right now. Pull out your process goal from episode 58, the one action you're committing to. Answer these 3 core questions. Question 1, what needs to be in place for me to do this process goal consistently? Brain dump. Don't overthink it, just list everything. What infrastructure, what tools, what information, what systems. Write it all down, even if it seems obvious. Get it out of your head and onto paper. Question 2, what's my Q1 focus, January through March? In one sentence, what are you building this quarter? Not doing, building. Set up my client outreach system. Establish my daily movement routine. Build my content creation system. One sentence, that's your Q1 focus. And question 3, what are my 3 monthly focuses? What are you building each month? January, what are you building first? February, what are you building second? March is your launch for consistent action. That's it. 3 questions, 15 minutes, get it on paper. If you're stuck, use the AI prompt I gave you. Plug your process goal into ChatGPT. Get the breakdown in 30 seconds, then filter it through your values. Pick what works, delete what doesn't. And then, this is the most crucial part. Pick your first 15-minute action and do it tomorrow. Not Monday, not next week when you have more time, tomorrow. What's the very first 15-minute action you need to take to start building your system? Maybe it's defining your ideal client, testing a 20-minute walk, brainstorming content ideas, researching platforms where your clients hang out. Whatever it is, write it down, schedule it for tomorrow, and do it. You're not waiting to feel ready. You're not waiting for perfect conditions. You're starting now, messy, imperfect, one 15-minute action at a time. Okay, let's bring it home. Here's what we covered today. Even clear process goals feel overwhelming when you're looking at the whole thing. The solution is to break it down into pieces so small you can't not start. Simple steps to create your framework. Step 1, what needs to be in place? Step 2, what's my Q1 focus to build the system? Step 3, monthly focus, one piece at a time. Step 4, daily 15-minute actions, the smallest possible step. The 12-week year keeps you focused and adaptable. Every quarter, you reflect and reset instead of being locked into your annual plan that doesn't fit your life. AI can break down your entire system in 30 seconds. Use it as a starting point, then filter through your values and reality. You don't need perfect planning. You need to start messy and adjust as you go. And don't forget your homework. 15 minutes today. Answer the 3 core questions. 1 action tomorrow. Do the first 15-minute step. Next week, episode 60, we're making those daily actions automatic through habits. How to turn I am reaching out to 5 clients into something you just do without thinking. Like brushing your teeth. How to build the one habit that makes everything else easier. If you want the guided worksheets that walk you through the steps we talked about today, the AI prompts and quarterly planning templates, grab the Dream Big Workbook at timeforliving.co/DreamBig2. It has everything you need to turn this into a system that actually works for your life. And hey, thanks for spending 20 minutes with me planning your next 12 weeks. That's not just time spent, that's an investment in yourself. That's the choice that changes everything. And until next week, keep making time for living. Hey friends, thank you so much for tuning in to the Time for Living podcast today. If this episode inspired you to take action and save time, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a written review and subscribe over on Apple Podcasts. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us reach even more amazing people like you. If you know a friend who needs to hear this message, share this episode with them. And remember, your time is precious, so make every moment count. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep living, and keep making time for what matters most.